at the end of the meeting, get a pop-up box that it's downloading, and don't touch anything until it's finished downloading. It will create its own folders in your documents.
Okay, perfect.
It should create the video, it should create a transcript, and it should create the audio in 3 different files. It should.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to get through this as best as we can because, you know, I'm hosting. Lots of things can happen. Okay, so my name's Michele Honore. I am a beauty advisor in Georgia. I am certified in 4 Seasons color analysis, recently certified as of October of last year in Alliance, and I do all the things. So my business name is MRH Designs Faces. I've been doing beauty in some capacity since 2006. Started as a makeup artist. That was my first love, ventured into teeth whitening, and have now just really gone crazy with color analysis. So that's why I am here with y'all tonight, is because I want to kind of really encourage you, if you haven't already, to get in the color analysis game. My business, I went back and looked at my numbers, and my business really started to pick up in 2002. That's really kind of when color analysis came back around. I was with a previous company that did color analysis. Didn't do it quite the way Coloring Beautiful does, but it's all similar. And it was really big in the 90s and 2000s, and then it kind of died down. And I guess with the advent of TikTok and social media, it has come back and it has blown all the way up. So everybody is coming in and wanting to do color analysis. I get clients of all ages. I get clients that are young. I get couples that are about to get married. I get people who are transitioning from different jobs. And I get people who had their color analysis done back when it was popular and want to come back in and see if they have changed at all in their color analysis. So most of my color analysis clients have been 4 Seasons, because that's what I was focusing on for the most part. Then last year, I decided to go ahead and get my certification in Color Alliance, because that was the closest thing to what some of the other companies are doing, if you haven't already noticed. So I'll explain the difference for those who don't know. 4 Seasons is really just what I call, when I explain it to my clients, it's the first level color analysis. It's where most people really want to begin with adding color to their wardrobe. So we generally are just going to put those people into one of the 4 Seasons. And with your new consultant kit, you get your 4 drape sets. So you'll get 4 of those color drapes that literally represent one of the 4 seasons. And then you'll do a draping process. I explained to them that we're going to do a draping process that's going to reveal what their season is. It's going to be winter, spring, summer, or autumn. So you're going to go through that and get them into their overall season, show them their palette, and get them excited about color. Color Alliance goes deeper. And after training on Color Alliance, I realized what I was missing with stopping at 4 Seasons. Both are great, but Color Alliance is really, like it says, as personal as a fingerprint, because we are using color coordinates to really match their skin, their eyes, and their hair color to create a very personalized seasonal palette. And that's where a lot of people who are introduced to 4 Seasons often come back to me, because after they're kind of enmeshed in realizing that they're living in just black and blue and white and maybe a little bit of gray, they've opened themselves up to color, and now they want a more personalized palette that is just for them. So both are very valuable, very useful, and I would suggest starting with 4 Seasons if you're not sure where you want to go, but Color Alliance is probably where you're also going to end up, because you're going to give your clients some opportunity for things. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I use it in my business. 4 Seasons really has been great because it is such it's a quicker process to get them into their season. I offer individual sessions, I offer sessions for 2, I offer small group sessions, and then I offer larger group sessions. And my group sessions have been where I have gotten the larger amount of people to either come into my office or I go to them. I actually did a big event at the Atlanta Mart in June where we saw, I think in our 6-hour period, we saw about 60 clients come in to get their color analysis done. And the Atlanta Mart paid us for that per person. So we actually signed a contract. They paid a per person charge for their buyers to come and get their color analysis done. Everybody left with their color palette, and I am still getting the residuals off of that by people bringing their family and their friends to come and see me or scheduling a group event.
Can I ask a
So,
question?
yes.
How did you get that event? Did they contact you, or did you have an introductory letter said that we do these type of events? How did that work?
They Googled. So because color analysis is big right now, they Googled color analysis people near them. And so I think they went through everybody's website and looked to see who was offering what. And they really were looking for people who could offer kind of a quick on the spot color analysis. And before they got to me, I know they called a couple of House of Color consultants. And what those people told them was that they couldn't do it quick. They charge hundreds of dollars per person, and it takes an hour or 2 to do it. And they were like, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody that can do a quick color analysis for our buyers to come up and do it. And when they talked to me, they were like, you are exactly what we're looking for.
And so
So
you were giving the regular Color Me Beautiful
yeah,
palettes, the
yep,
4 palettes,
yep,
the generic
yep,
palettes.
yep, yep.
Okay.
So, and that's what I give to all of my clients. When they come in to see me for 4 seasons color analysis, I keep a supply of the seasonal palettes on hand because my goal is to have them walk out excited to shop with their palette. So they come in, they get their 4 seasons color analysis session with me. We go through what their season is. I drape them in the 4 drapes, determine their season, and then I drape them in colors from their season, from seasonal drapes, so they can start to get a feel for what those colors are going to look like on them. We go through what their palette is, and then they leave with their palette in hand.
How much do you charge for those simpler, less detailed color analysis? How much do you charge?
I charge $95 a person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for 4 seasons, I charge $95 a person. I was charging a lower price than that, and it was too low.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started, I was charging 65, raised it to 75. Now I'm good at 95.
How long does that take you, Michele?
For me, my sessions are 30 minutes long. So I can get them done in 30 minutes. We go over, I'll show you a couple of other things that I give them with it because I want them equipped and to add a little bit of value besides their color palette. But we do the draping with the 4 drape, the indicator drapes. We do draping with seasonal drapes. We go through their palette. I hand them their palette. And then for ladies, one of the things that I do is I'll say, okay, now we know your season. You ready to try a lipstick?
Mm-hmm.
Because the first thing they want to do is to see a lip color in their season.
Mm-hmm.
So
They sure do.
I have all the lipsticks, and I have my lipsticks broken up by season. So they're in palettes and they're actually by season. I depot a lot of my stuff because I'm a makeup artist and I don't like to carry individual tubes and stuff like that around. So they're all in little depotted palettes. And so I have them by season so I can quickly pull that season and say, okay, you're a cool. Here are all the spring and winter, summer, winter lips. Which one would you like to try? They try it, and usually they buy it. And if they don't buy it, then I usually give everybody a catalog as well, so that they can have a catalog and show them how they can start to look at their makeup by season. then they usually, and then I send an email afterwards thanking them for coming and telling them that they've started a powerful journey of color and all of this stuff. And it has my link in there where they can go in and also buy online if they don't happen to buy with me after the session. So.
Okay, you said that you put them in the lipsticks in little pots, the little circle ones
Yeah.
that you can put.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
show you what one of my palettes look like. So if you travel and do makeup a lot like I do, it's a Z palette. Okay.
Just hold
Okay.
that right there. Hold on. Speaker view. Oh, no, that's gonna show your phone.
Okay, okay, let's see palette.
Okay.
And so for this one is my flory one. This is all the flory lipsticks. All the cool ones are at the top.
Mm-hmm.
All the warm ones are at the bottom.
Fantastic.
Okay. And then for Color Me Beautiful lipsticks, all the cool ones are at the top. All the warm ones are at the bottom. And then I have it labeled C and B so that I know that's C and B. And then that's what.
Is that magnetic?
Yes, it's a
Oh,
magnetic
that's gorgeous.
palette.
I miss our magnetic palettes. Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wish they would bring them back. But that's magnetic, and then I depot them and put them in the little thing. Z Palette sells all of that stuff. And then it's real easy to travel with. And then I do the same thing with the blushes. So these are all the Color Me Beautiful Spring and Warm blushes. So I don't take them all the way out. I keep these in the containers, but they are just stuck in the containers with a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
So I can show them what their blush looks like. And then the same with the cool.
That is genius.
Excellent.
And then
Excellent.
the same with the shadows. I have the individual shadows by Warm and Cool. Everything I have has a label on it. So even the lip glosses, I put warm or cool, spring or autumn, so that I know and I can grab it quick. I don't want to have to think about it too much.
Excellent.
Yes.
Hilly has a question.
Hey, Hilly. Unmute.
Have to figure this thing out. So you might have said so, and forgive me, I am very new here. The box that you had those in, what is that? Where did you get that? Is that
They
something?
are called Z palettes. So
Where'd you get
the Z palette has a website, so you can go to zpalette.com.
Z like zebra?
Yeah, Z like zebra, PALETT.com.
Okay. Okay.
And then they're also on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's called the Z palette.
Mm-hmm. So
Are they
for
all the
instance,
same thickness and the same
no.
sizes? You can get different sizes of the
Get
box?
different sizes. So this is an extra large.
Okay, that helps.
And it's deep. So you want the deep one for like the
Okay.
blushes that you're not going to take out of the package.
Okay, so get the extra large for the
Deep.
blushes, the extra
Yeah.
large deep.
Yeah.
And that fits 6 blushes.
It'll fit 6.
Wow, that's really helpful. Thank
And
you.
then let's see, what is this one? I think this one is a large, and it's just the regular large. It's not deep.
Okay,
And that's for the lipsticks.
okay,
And each Z palette will come with some of the little round holders and the magnet. So they'll come with it.
Mhm.
You'll just have to decide if you need to get more.
okay,
wow.
so it comes with the little magnet with something to take off the magnet and stick on
Yeah,
the product?
yeah. It'll come with the little pots. It'll come with a little, like some of the little pots and the magnets.
Okay, and so that one that you have right there for the lipsticks, that's a large?
It's a large.
But it's not, what's the thickness on that one?
It's a regular, it'll just say on there, large.
So just large.
Yeah. The ones
Large
that are,
doesn't have different sizes of thickness then? Okay.
Yeah, it does. Large will come in it'll come in either just large or it'll come
Okay.
in large
Large what?
deep.
large, deep, but that's just large. It's not deep.
Yeah, this is just large.
Okay. All right. That really is great. Thank you. This is helps a ton. That's really nice. And it's now, those things aren't just floating around in a bag.
Yeah, it helps out a lot so that you don't have to worry about trying to look at labels and stuff like that. And I actually do have, I'll have to send you guys all these things. I actually do have them labeled on the bottom.
I was gonna say, how do you figure out if that's the lipstick? So you pull it
Yeah,
out and you know
I
which one
actually
it
have
is.
these
Okay.
little round labels that I
Yeah.
bought, and I
Yeah.
can I can produce an email that has links to all of this stuff
Yeah.
that I print off on my computer so that I know
Wow.
when I pick it up out of here what color it is.
You are genius.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
Because you know
Tips
how
and
hard it
tricks.
is to transport them in the plastic
Amazing.
racks with the lipsticks, and then you're constantly opening them. It's a drama.
It's so sleek. And because you guys are color experts, you'll know exactly when you're in front of your client. Okay, she's cool. I'm grabbing the cool. She's warm.
Mhm.
I'm grabbing the warm. You don't have to fumble, jumble, waste your brain energy on trying to figure out. Once you have them sorted, your life is easy.
Oh my God.
I know. I thought it was just me, but
Mm-mm.
it's so pretty too, you know,
It's
to
nice.
see the
And
colors
it's
in there.
easy, flat, and it just looks nice. It draws attention.
Is it
So you
just
can kind of
black,
see.
the boxes? Do they have other
Yeah, the black,
colors?
they have colors now. They do have
Oh,
some colors in there. So if you want to go crazy, I'll show you one of the ones that are colored because I have one that's a different color.
I have purple ones.
Mm.
do you? Did you get them from the Z palette?
My husband actually bought them for a birthday gift from Amazon, and he knows I love purple. So the extra large ones that he got me are purple, and I
Yeah,
have
they have purple. You can do
Look at
custom names.
that.
print.
Yeah. So this one is one that has, you know, shadows from a previous company. I just have it in storage. I don't use it anymore, but they have all kinds
Wow.
of different prints and stuff like that. So you can go crazy and make them all any way that you want. I mean, they do have some nice colors in there.
Wow, that's amazing.
And then if you want to, like, these are all my Floyd Roberts cream to powder ones.
Mhm.
So
Beautiful.
it just helps keep you organized so that you don't have to fumble. And I don't like to have, you know, 14 different containers.
Oh my
I have
God,
two.
that's crazy. Mhm.
So,
Wow.
okay. So I'm going to turn the camera so you can kind of see. I'm in my office
Mhm.
and I'm going to turn my camera so you can kind of see my office a little bit. So bear with me. So this is my office. And I'll show you a couple of things that I do in my office. So over there on that wall is kind of my makeup bar.
Mhm.
So I have all my makeup in over there. I don't know if you can see real good, but that's
Mhm.
kind of where I keep all my makeup. I do airbrush makeup in addition to conventional makeup. And then over on this wall is where I do my color analysis. So this part of my office is my color analysis. So
Nice.
you'll see I'm going to see if I can fix this. So you'll see on the wall, kind of near the door, I have some visuals there that kind of have some posters on there that deal with Color Me Beautiful on the bottom. It has Color Alliance. I have the Winter, Spring, Summer hair. There's a poster I have on top of that that has gemstones and then the color wheel. It's kind of hard to see from this vantage point. Maybe I should go over
You
there.
can take your phone over.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Did
Wow.
you say you have hair?
Yeah, I grabbed that from it was I think it was in the training guide. Okay, can you see?
Yeah.
A little closer. Yeah.
Okay, so this one I have down here. I
Oh
think
yeah,
I
that's
found that
yeah.
on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one. These two, I created this one in Canva. I just put this one up. This is about Color Alliance since I'm starting to market that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed that from the Color Alliance training thing. I scanned it in my computer and then clipped it. Same with this.
Mhm.
Grab that from the Color Alliance training thing, clipped it, and put it on a poster board. All this is done through Vistaprint. This I grabbed from, I want to say, the training guide.
Yeah, that's in there.
So
I just
the
got it.
one,
And it's in
yeah,
there.
one of the questions that clients will ask you after their color analysis is, what can I do with my hair? So I wanted to have a visual so they can kind of see the range of color for each season. I found this one. This one was shared by another color analyst, and I liked it, so I grabbed it and put it in my office. It's just about, the metals and gemstones. They often ask what metals and gemstones are good besides just the gold and the silver. And then, of course, we talk about the color wheel, warm versus cool colors. Okay. So that's one side that I have. It kind of keeps me on track, and I like visuals.
Mhm.
And then this is where I do my color analysis. Most of the time it's really right here. They sit in this chair. I have the drapes ready. Most of the time I turn on the ring light. I don't have a great window for natural light. It's just one small window. I do have it up most of the time to get some in here, but because of how my office is configured, it doesn't often give off enough light. So I do use my ring light.
Yeah.
And you can see kind of the difference when I light it up. It's just a little bit
Mhm.
better.
Yeah.
Okay. And then behind there are all my seasonal drapes for Color Alliance. And then I have seasonal drapes that I drape them in. Winter, spring, summer, and autumn drapes. So they can kind of see those colors on them against their face once we determine their season. And then I also have just the various Color Me Beautiful books. For men, for women of color, all of those things. Color Alliance stuff. I do have a table where I do makeup lessons here.
Nice.
These little things, I found these. I call these palette keepers. They're cute little mesh bags that help to protect the palette. So they're pretty affordable. So I give them one of those so that it protects the paper. And then this is my desk. Okay.
Nice.
Any questions?
No, great setup.
It
Okay.
is. Now you said that you have hair on the door. I mean, actual that beauticians use. I've been trying to find
No.
those.
I just have the poster.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh, okay.
yeah, just the poster. And then I created kind of a little, I don't even know if you can see it. Hold on, let me turn it around because I didn't have the camera on me anymore. Okay. Then I used some tools and created kind of a hair guide.
Okay.
So it just kind of talks, I took this right from the Four Seasons training catalog. And then there were some pictures on the website that kind of have ranges in there
Mm-hmm.
for each season. And I give these to clients that are concerned about where can I go with my hair. So they get one of those.
Amazing.
I have a question, Michelle.
Yes.
For the basic Four Seasons, do you just use the 4 drapes that come in our kit, or have you just expanded and bought other fabric drapes?
I have bought other fabric drapes.
Okay.
So because I've been training Color Alliance, you have to purchase the seasonal drapes for Color Alliance in order to train because Jill uses those for training. But before that, I had drapes from my prior company that I would use. And then I did purchase new ones because I didn't want the branding from my prior company on
Mhm.
there. I'm with Color Me Beautiful. I'm not with them anymore. So I have bought seasonal drapes. That's why I have all those drapes on the wall.
Yeah, you get addicted to buying drapes.
I know. I was on the line doing that last night. My girlfriend has drapes for men, using the men's fabrics,
I would love those.
Oh, she got one of her students bought it for her, and I went on and they have that in
Expensive.
Japan at $1,600.
They're
My
expensive.
God.
They're expensive, yeah. So these
Mhm.
are the
Wow.
drapes for Color Alliance, and Sharon can
Mhm.
kind of probably help us with that because it's the same company that we got the gold and silver drapes from.
Yep.
So after I drape them on the 4 drapes, Linda, and get them to their season, I tell them that we're going to drape you in some of your colors from your season because I want you to
So,
get a feel for what those colors are going to look like on you.
so those
So
are
I hold
actually
them up.
ones,
Hmm?
those are actually ones that you ordered from the company in UK. I was asking, did you just go to a fabric store and select fabric
No,
and
I
Yeah,
okay.
actually
that's a lot
ordered
of,
them from
Okay.
the UK company that does this.
Okay.
I've
All
done it
right.
both ways,
And they
Linda. If
come
you're
like,
savvy,
Yeah,
I made these 20 years ago.
yeah, you could do it.
It's just a piece of fabric with stitch switch around the end, and then my
Yeah.
girlfriend showed me how to set up a straight line on a sewing machine, and I made them. If you're savvy and
Easy.
can do that, you can get a sampling of fabrics
You
to do that.
can just pick out colors from your color swatches and
Yeah.
pick out, these have 8 colors in them. So
Mhm.
pick out the 8 colors you want from your color swatch, go to the fabric store. Like she said, have them. These are cut zigzag on the end to keep them from fraying.
Yep.
And then you have them. You can put grommet in them. And then I
Mhm.
have a ring on there because they hang on my little coat rack thingy so that they're easy to get. And then you have them. I mean, you could just as
okay.
easily go to the fabric store and use a remnant and do it.
Yeah.
So Sharon, she's here, but are you listening, Sharon? Because I
She's
have
driving.
like
She's
an
driving, she's
official,
listening, but
would you say?
she's
She's
driving,
driving.
she's listening.
Oh,
She did
she's
put a comment in.
driving.
Yeah, she put a comment in that this was
Because
great for
well,
you.
I have old drapes from the 12 season system that
Yeah,
were given to me by a consultant who was, on board back in the 80s or the 90s when they went to 3 of each season, the
right.
clears, so she gave me all those drapes. And
You
I
should
like
use them.
using them, but I wanted to
Yeah,
know from Sharon, like, is it okay that we go
Yeah,
outside of the
of course it
4?
is.
Because
they're not going to know. They're not going to know. And you can organize those drapes the way you want. So take them
yeah,
down from the 12 and, like I said, use your color swatch and put them by winter, spring, summer, autumn.
works. I mean, I've been doing it, but I didn't know
Do it.
if it was okay,
yeah.
like if it was
Yeah.
It's your
It's
business,
wrong to.
run it the way
you're not
you,
going to tell
yeah.
them. The only reason why I like using something that doesn't have it, because the ones that I have from my prior company across the top have the company name on them.
Mm.
Yeah, well, these
And I
are
don't
actually
want to,
Color Me Beautiful. These go back to Carol Jackson in the
yeah,
80s and 90s.
well, yeah,
And the
mine
lady
have a
just,
whole different
she's
company on them. So
okay.
I didn't want to use that because it had a company that's out of business, no longer in
Right.
life. And I didn't want that to be on there for my clients to
Sure,
see.
sure.
So, but if you have them and they're Carol Jackson and you can use them, use them. Use
Yeah,
what you got. It
yeah,
saves you
yeah.
money.
Okay.
And
Yes,
it
for
gives them
sure.
more, if you're using them, it gives them more of a punch in their consultation.
It
Yeah,
does.
it really does. Because
I
it's
love
like the
it.
collars that
Yeah.
have all the nice colors for a specific season on a collar type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Use them. Use them. I mean, use what you got. If you can save money, save the money.
Yeah, I
for
just paid
sure.
big bucks for those, the panel that has all the colors and all the stripes, like the warm, the
Yeah.
coolest. I just paid out of Canada
Yeah.
over $500 to get 12
See, I don't
panels.
have it to
Yeah.
do.
I
Yeah.
didn't
I
either,
don't have it
but
to do.
I made
Yeah.
an investment.
Yeah. So
It is an
you use,
investment, but you
yeah,
reap it back, like what
you
Michelle's
do.
doing when you get those groups and stuff like that. You get it back.
Yeah. Use what you want to use. I mean, because, and what works for you. So, and if it works, don't fix it, so to
Right.
speak. Okay,
If it
so let
ain't
me get
broke.
back. I wanted to give you some
Yep.
numbers. So in 2022, when color analysis was getting big for me, by the end of 2022, I had 10 appointments on my calendar. Those were all individuals, they weren't groups or anything. In 2023, that number went up to 69. So I had 69 people, and those were a combination of individual group appointments and large group appointments. Okay. So it grew exponentially. This year, right now, I'm already at 184 appointments that I've had so far. And I'm not even done with the year yet. I just booked a group from Home Depot of 20 that are going to come, that they're actually going to come to me in small groups at my office. And it was because the person who booked me at the Mart, who's no longer at the Mart, is with Home Depot, and she wants me to come and do the Home Depot group. So it builds from there. So, and I do anything, like I said, from individual appointments. Tomorrow I have a group of 2 coming in. Group of 2s are very popular. People like to bring their friends. Next week I have a group of 4 coming into my office. The week after that, I'm doing a bridal party. Then I'm going to the hotel where the bridal party is. That's the gift she's giving to her bridesmaids, is a color analysis session.
So that in that case, it's just the day before the wedding or the day of?
No, it's part of her
Oh, the
bachelorette.
bachelorette. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was going to say, you do their colors and their gowns are all wrong. What do they do? They should have it before the wedding. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a mom and her 4 daughters come in to do color analysis together because she wanted to know what would be the best bridesmaids dresses for one of the daughters that were getting married. And so they came in and did their color analysis. And one of the things that I've also done is I've created kind of a chart that has all the shared colors by season. So
That's genius.
You
I
did
wanted to
what?
know, it has all the colors in the palettes, the 4 season palettes that are shared
That are
between the
shared.
seasons, that are shared
Oh.
between the seasons. So there are palettes share colors.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if they wanted to know what color can all of them wear, if they're different seasons, I can go down here and say, oh, you know what? A color that all of you can wear is purple, of course.
Mm.
You can wear pewter. Nobody's going to do pewter. You could do deep periwinkle, that's shared. So it kind of gives you an idea of where you can tell them what colors that can be shared for a large group if they want to twin or look good or whatever. I've had brides say, I don't care what they want to wear. Everybody's going to be surrounded by colors that look good on me. So I'm putting them in one of my colors from my palette. So it depends. It depends. But so this side has all the shared colors. And I can make this available. I can send it to Sharon to send out to all
That
of
would
you.
be great. Thank
And
you.
then on the other side, I actually have the colors that are specific to each palette.
Wow.
So this took a while to put together because I had to go through all the palettes and write all this crap
Yeah, you
down. And
did.
then
Thank you,
Wow.
Michelle. That's amazing.
but it
Yes.
helps me to give added value so that they know, because you'll have people that are straddlers, as I call them. They can kind of be winter and lean autumn, or they can be spring and lean, people sometimes don't fit quite into a box with 4 seasons.
Correct.
But you can tell them, hey, you're presenting primarily winter, but there are some autumn colors that you can do because they're shared between winter and autumn. And it kind of makes them feel like, okay, I'm not completely in the box.
Mm.
I can go outside my zone a little bit and know that I can wear some of the deeper, richer, warm colors. And then you'll want to drape them and show them what if you're not sure. It's like, I don't know if you're autumn or winter. Drape them in both so they can kind of see which one is detracting from them. I do it all the time. So you want to add that value to them, and that's when they're going to bring their friends back. I have so many people bringing their friends back to come with them, and they sit kind of in the audience, and they're like my color analysis assistant because they've been through it themselves.
Mm.
And they'll bring 2 of their friends back. But I'll make this available so that you can have it.
Thank you so much.
And then another thing that I've done is I have these after color analysis brochures that I've created. Because another thing they want to do is go in and purge their closet. And I tell them, the goal is not for you to go broke. Don't throw everything away. So it kind of gives, I have one for men and one for women. They're a little bit different, but it kind of gives them an idea of how to develop their wardrobe plan, how to sort and eliminate their clothes, how to build an inventory of the right clothing, and then how to use their palette to plan their purchases.
You
And then
created that?
Yeah. And then
Wow.
it gives them
Wow.
some things to remember when they go shopping, like some tips that I've used, like if you're going to go shopping and you know you're going to wear something fitted, wear your shapewear, you know, that type of thing. Concentrate on your core wardrobe, buy some year-round fabric. So, and then for men, it's got different things on there. So these are just some brochures that I give them. These are things that I give my clients after their color analysis as well. What was I going to say? It all starts with training. So if you're not already trained, get trained. Offer options. Like I said, offer different ways for them to do it. If I leave my office and have to do a group event, I do charge a travel fee. And that travel fee serves as their deposit. So they have to pay that up front before I'll confirm their date. I charge 75 cents a mile to round trip to and from my office. And I send them an invoice for that. And once they get the invoice and pay it, then the date that they want is confirmed. And that's their deposit.
And that's for the host that's hosting the group or
Yes,
the business?
yes. Yep.
You're so professional.
I
And-
know.
And then for group events, and my large group events are the host with at least 5 paying guests. So they
Yeah.
know that has to be at least 5. The host gets their services for free
Yep.
because they're paying the travel fee as the deposit. And they have to have at least 5 guests. And I do ask that they send me the names of their 5 guests. So that I know I've got 5 people there. And I ask for that 24 to 48 hours before the date. Just so that I have it, so that I can make sure that they have at least have 5 guests. They know if they don't, that they're going to have to pay as the host. So you kind of have to make up your own rules so that it works for your business. But they don't mind paying the travel fee for you to come to them. So offer those options. Most of my clients, every time I ask them when they come in, I ask them how they found me. 90% of them found me on Google through my website. So they'll Google first, color analysis near me or color analysis in your city. They'll do that first. And then once they find you, then they'll go to your social and look at your social media if it's prevalent. I'm not great at it. I need to get better, admittedly. But most of them say, I found you through Google. I Googled color analysis near me and I got you. So that's how they find me. So one thing I would recommend is if you don't already, even if it's just a 1-page web page that describes what you do for color analysis, get one up that's organized. You can, my website, I'll put in the chat so that you can go to my color analysis page and see what my color analysis page looks like. But you design yours. My website is huge. I've got makeup and body shaping and all kinds of stuff on there. So there's other stuff on there. But if you go to this link specifically, I'll send it to you. This is my color analysis page. And you'll see what my page looks like. But you're going to want to set up something so that when they Google you, because they want to check out a website, that's what they're going to do. They're going to check out a web page. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Give an overview of what you do, the service you offer. And they do like to see pricing, believe it or not. A lot of people don't believe in putting pricing up there. I've had a lot of my clients say, I'm thankful that you're transparent with your pricing. I don't have to find it. So I put my pricing up there so that they know what the pricing is. Okay, it is 8:43. Oh, I wanted to show you a couple other things. If you don't, this is a little Lazy Susan thing that I use to keep my palettes in.
Hmm.
So like I said, I keep the 4 season palettes on hand. The Alliance ones you have to order and they put those together specifically, but I do keep at least 4 of each season on hand. Sometimes more than that, depending on what the week looks like. So I really try to make sure I order ahead if I know my next couple weeks are busy.
That Pennsylvania is key. And Western
so-
Pennsylvania is going to play a very important role in all of this.
Sorry,
You know,
sorry.
Okay.
In Western Pennsylvania, particularly the counties.
I was
that
trying to
surround
screenshot and I cannot get it off now. Oh, dang.
Sylvia, mute yourself if you can for a minute.
Okay, I'm trying to.
But in the recent elections, it's down to one county, Allegheny, which is the Pittsburgh County,
Okay.
is the only county.
Somebody else has a TV
Sylvia.
on.
Kamala
Yeah.
Harris and for Donald Trump. The votes out here.
Michelle, where are
iPhone.
where are you located at?
I am located in Beaufort, Georgia. So that's kind of northwest Georgia.
In debate preparation.
You're in Beaufort. I used to live in Beaufort.
But she's gonna have to
Oh,
come
my
back. and
word.
do a whole lot
Do you
of-
Whoever's on the iPhone, if they could mute their mic, thank you so much.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is your address on your website?
Yeah, it's on my website.
Okay, are you near the Mall of Georgia? Where's your office?
Yeah, I'm not far from the Mall of Georgia.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, if you're ever up this way, come see me. Call me. You come see me.
Are you gonna be there Friday, Saturday?
I am in town Friday, Saturday. I won't be in my office, but I live like 7 minutes from my office. So if you want to meet, just let me know. I'll be happy to meet you.
So
Come see my
I-
office in
Let
person.
me, are you on Facebook at all? Do you do social media?
Yeah. Do you want let me give you my cell number. Just call me, text me.
Okay, are you gonna put
I'm
it
putting
right
it in the chat. Yeah.
Okay. I will. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay,
you
so it's
you're in Beaufort.
8:46. Does anybody have any questions? I want to encourage you to get out. There's Dana. Yes, Dana.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm not going on video. I'm sitting in the bathtub.
Good for you. I love it.
TMI. TMI.
Zoom in the bathtub. Oh my
okay,
gosh, do you have
so-
bubbles?
No. Anyways, here's my questions. I have 2. What makeup do you do at the 4 Seasons appointment? Do you just do blush and lipstick?
Yes. Only
Okay.
blush and lipstick, because to keep it within that 30-minute time period, I
Mhm.
only do blush and lipstick. On my other services, I do what I call, once they find their season, my most popular makeup class that they usually come back and schedule afterwards, or sometimes they schedule with the color analysis, is a makeover your makeup bag class.
Okay.
So that's where they
Wow.
bring all of their makeup in, the tools they use, and we
Mhm.
go through their makeup bag with their palette to make sure that their makeup is in their right seasonal colors.
Mhm.
And then I give them a class on how to use everything.
Okay. And then my other question is, what marketing do you do aside from your website and social media?
None.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good job.
I don't. Well, I lied. One other thing that I do is my business card.
Okay.
And on my business card, let me show you one of them. So this is my business card. On the front is my main business. So that's my LLC, MRH Designs Faces. On the back is about 4 Seasons, is
Okay.
about scheduling a color analysis. And it has a QR code that goes right to my website where they can schedule.
Okay. Cool.
So if I do any marketing besides dressing in my colors, I always have my business cards, and I'll hand out my business card where they can go in and schedule a color analysis. And I give each one of these, everyone gets one of these in the little palette keepers that I give out now. You don't have to do that. It's just something extra that I've have because I had clients asking how to protect it. It's paper. But if you don't want to do that, you can just stick the card in the plastic with that, because every one of my clients gets my card, because often they're going to refer a friend.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
But- yeah, other than that, I don't spend money on marketing. It's word of mouth and Google.
Cool.
Well,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
yeah, I have a couple questions, if that's okay, Michelle.
Yeah.
So you have been at it for 2 years, 4 years? I missed that.
I've been certified in color analysis since 2018.
Okay.
However, it didn't really start to pick up where people were wanting it back until 2022. It's been on my website since I got certified. So it's been there.
So people are
And I would
now
post
starting to
about
have
it.
an
I would
interest.
post about color analysis on Instagram and all of that. When Color Be Beautiful made great graphics. So if they put a graphic up about your best green or your best blue or, you know, a wrong and right, I would post that on my social media. But I didn't start getting bites about color analysis until the end of 2022.
Wow. And so now most of your business is really just word of mouth.
Most of my business is, I think 90% is people Googling me to find
Okay.
a color analyst near them. And then they get my website.
Okay.
And then the other 10% is word of mouth from people referring.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I just got mine done. You need to go see Michelle, or, you know, that type of thing.
So when you go out, we say you travel and you get your deposit and you go to see the 5 women, the 5 people, how long do you spend with each person on that appointment?
It depends. I allow for a group session like that because it can get very chatty. Wine is usually involved, food's involved. Usually you can do a color analysis in about 15 minutes.
You really can.
Okay. Truthfully speaking, a color analysis can take 10 or 15 minutes on a person who's pretty clear cut.
Yeah, that's right. But if they're
So,
complicated, how long you taking?
yeah, if it's complicated, it can take the full 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
because you're trying to figure out, especially for your straddlers, what's the best season for them.
All right.
And especially for our ladies now who like to change their hair,
Oh, my
wigs and
word.
extensions and braids. And because 4 seasons, the main factor is the hair frame that helps to push it. And it really does. I mean, I've had a client who saw me as a winter. She came back and her hair was a completely different color. And the coloring, the way your hair can impact the color that your face projects is amazing.
That's
So
right.
she
Change your
has
hair,
both.
change your life.
Yeah, she has both a winter and an autumn palette. She came back and got both because it was I was like, you're going to need both.
Wow.
So
That's
it
smart.
can make an impact, but at a party, you want to go, you want to keep a pace. So I can usually get them done within 15 minutes.
So
Wow.
that
person.
half hour, Michelle, you're up to $95 for the half hour?
Mhm.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
A
that's
haircut
and
costs
that's
more. I just
still,
paid
you
100.
know what?
Well, I had a gift
Yeah.
certificate for this bougie hairstylist, and it was $150. So if I want to go back to him, it's $150 for a haircut and blow dry.
Wow.
That's a deal for getting your hair cut. Oh, my
Not
word.
even close. My other hairdresser was $45. So
Wow.
there's, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Mine's
like I
free.
said, it was a gift
Yeah.
certificate.
Yeah. And Linda, truthfully, I've had people tell me that I'm still not charging enough.
You're not, because it's a one-off
Wow.
and it's a lifetime changing thing.
But it's like
So-
what for us, it's like what you said. You can do it in 15 minutes. You can nail it
But
when they
it's the
walk in the
value
door
you're
a lot of
giving.
times. But you
It's
have to
the
give them
value.
the experience. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the value you're giving. They're getting
Yeah.
that palette. That
And I
palette
do
that
a
you
pretty
give them is
full
gold.
face
Yeah.
with mine.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
not
I
an
don't,
elaborate
oh
eye,
no,
but I
see, but,
do.
yeah. But you're giving more. You should charge more if you're doing a full face with it. I
Oh my
don't,
God,
because
yes.
I want them to come back and take my makeup lesson. My makeup
I'm
lessons
doing that
are,
now. I have that in
yeah,
my notes. That's
yeah,
that's my
that's an
strategy
added
from here on
bonus.
out.
And yeah, and so they'll do a meet your match foundation. That's a separate charge. They've added that on. They've done a makeover your makeup class thing. they've added that on,
More
you know.
businesswoman.
So I don't give it all away, but I feel like for color analysis, if they're getting color analysis and to try a lipstick, that's a good price. And then I've had several of my clients come back and take the makeup classes. They're like, okay, I need help with my makeup. I'm like, well, I want you to use what you got as much as you can. So bring in your makeup bag. Let's go through it. Let's keep what's good for your color palette. The rest you can give to a friend who that's a better fit for. And then we go through doing a full makeup tutorial on how to use everything. You
Very
got to
nice.
pay me for my time and my service. I'm not going to
Yeah.
give you everything.
Very smart, savvy businesswoman. Appreciate it.
Michelle.
Yes, let's give, we get Linda, you're right. She's very savvy.
Yes, indeed.
Michelle,
Michelle,
you're the bomb. We're proud of you, girl.
No, we're all the boss. We're all good. I learned so many things from Linda's videos. I learned stuff from Dana. Shirley puts great
That's
information up all
awesome.
the
If you're
time
not
on
following,
style. Huh?
follow Dana. You'll learn a lot.
Oh,
Just follow her.
Yeah.
You're the best. Wait, Linda and Michelle, I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
Michelle, so for color alliance analysis, do you do the same amount of makeup, just the blush and lipstick, or do you do more makeup for that?
I only do it if they ask for it and then they have to pay me for it.
Okay.
Good girl.
Because Color Alliance in and of itself, just to do that takes about an hour.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll do their follow-up session where I go through the palette. They can either do that in person, by
Mhm.
phone call, or on Zoom.
Okay.
And that's just going through the palette. So when I get their palette in and I review it and I label it, then I say, okay, your palette's here. Do you want to come in and do it in person? Because if you want to do it in person, you can bring your makeup in and add on a makeover your makeup bag class.
Okay.
And I'll
Okay.
get them to do that. If they don't, sometimes their head is just so full of just getting their palette that it's too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I do the makeup part. For me, the makeup part separate works for me
Okay.
at an additional cost.
Yeah.
No, you
Okay.
kind of have to make a choice on doing that because a lot of times their head is swimming with just trying to figure out how am I going to incorporate this into my closet. And
Mhm.
I've seen them kind of glaze over and lose them, and I'm giving them all my makeup and they walk out the door and all they're thinking about is how am I going to get into my closet. So
Yeah.
I'd rather have a fresh brain for them to absorb the makeup.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions, my friends, my lovelies?
My consultations, my color analysis consultations include the makeup, and I don't charge. I'm not
Yeah.
a makeup artist, but what I do is that I do the analysis and they do have a skincare.
Mhm.
And then we figure out what colors are in their palette and what they should use. And then when they come back, we do the makeup along with the color palette and draping them again.
Yeah.
So it's 2 sessions for me.
Yeah. My second session, like I said, can either be in person, by phone call, or on Zoom. So I give them the choice. Atlanta's a little bit spread out. So
Yeah.
I have people who drive pretty far to come get me, and getting them sometimes to come to that second session, they don't want to come. They don't want to make the drive in Atlanta traffic to get to me. So that's why I have that option. If they're willing to come to me, then I'll say, okay, since you're going to come, let's do some makeup. Let's add on the makeup session. And most of them are fine with that. If they're not going to come back, then we just go over the palette, and how to best use the palette, what their colors are, what their, hair, eye, and skin enhancers are. So we just kind of go through that and then we call it a day. But if it's working for you, so do it.
Things have changed so much, since I started, and I haven't done any color analysis in a while, and things have really, really changed
Yeah.
as far as, ever since COVID, getting them there. So I've got to redo my strategy as well.
Yeah. If you're not getting any people in on Alliance, try adding 4 seasons,
Okay.
because it's a shorter bang for your buck for your time, for use of your time.
Yes.
And you're still start giving them that intro to color, and then you can always plant the seed about coming back and getting their personal palette.
Okay.
And your clients who really get jazzed up about Four Seasons, they will come back and want to get their personalized palette.
Okay. All right.
But
So do
get
you
a
add,
website
so
up. People search websites. People look at websites. So I'm just telling you right now, like I said, even if it's just a 1-page deal where they can book with you,
Mm.
do it. I get people who book at 1 o'clock in the morning. I see on when people have booked their session, and it's like 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, okay, you're up not doing stuff, searching for color analysis, but they can book through my
Watching
website.
TikTok.
Yeah, watching TikToks. And going, oh, I need to go ahead and book. Let me just see who's here. And it'll come through my website. So I know you guys are all familiar with Square. Square is my main credit card processor, but they also that's how my website is created. It's created on Square's platform through Weebly. Weebly is their website builder. So, and then Square also has a scheduling mechanism that I've been using for years. And that's how they schedule with me. So everything goes through one source. And then I see all my reports and my numbers and what items I'm selling, how much I'm selling, all of that stuff.
Wow.
So I like having everything all in one place where I don't have to go to 20 different places. And Square does that for me. But use something where they can schedule, where they don't have to speak to you. People don't mind clicking a button and scheduling themselves. If you have your information up on the website, they'll do it.
Mm.
I rarely talk to anybody until I see them in my office. The
You
only ones that I talk to ahead of time are those who maybe want to schedule a large group session, or who want to make sure that they can get me outside of my normal work hours, like on a late evening or late Saturday or something, or for a special event or something like that. But most of them, I just get the appointment that comes through my website. I don't talk to them beforehand because all the information they need is on my website.
I have a really great website, but it's getting people to go to the website. Majority of the time, I just announce things on Facebook,
Yeah.
and just getting them to go. In fact, I'm going to be doing an update this on the 26th, and to register, they have to go on my website, and then they'll be able to see all the things that I offer and register for that.
Just make sure your keywords somewhere on your website are color analysis somewhere, so
Okay.
that when they Google you, it'll ping to you for color analysis.
Okay.
And that's, SEO. So if you have somebody that knows how to do your SEO for your website, especially on your color analysis page, you want to make sure your keyword is color analysis. You want to make sure that any pictures you put up there lead with color analysis. You want to make sure the heading of that page says color analysis.
What is SEO?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Search engine optimization, it means
Yeah.
that when they're searching for you, if those keywords are in your website, it helps you rise to the top of searches.
Yeah.
Some of it's
Okay.
free, some of it you pay dearly for it,
Yeah.
so that you are
Yeah.
the first page seen.
yeah. And I don't really care if I'm first page. All I care about is that if they Google color analysis, I show up somewhere for them.
So you
So
said
that's
You
what
also
happens.
have your address on your website, which
I also
some,
have
and that's why near me is gonna come up, but like myself, I don't have my address, so it's a little
Yeah.
different, but
Yeah.
yes,
you said
most people-
search engine
most people-
optimization.
Yes.
It'll say, S as in Sam, E as in Edward, O.
Okay.
So that's what you want. Most people don't even Google my city. They just say near me
right.
or Atlanta. I'm an hour outside of Atlanta. I've had people come from Alabama. I've had people come from Tennessee. They will come.
Wow.
Wow.
And if you're on, if you use Facebook and you use social media, there are free landing pages like sites. And
Yeah.
one of them is called Milkshake. And that's an app and it's free. And you can make it's like a landing page. It's almost like a website, but it's not.
Right.
It's more of a free landing page, but you can put links on it. and
Mhm.
it's wonderful because people can actually click through it.
Right.
And they have jot forms, so you can get their email if you want. Well, you can
Yeah.
set up a jot form and put it on there. Takes a
Yeah.
little bit of work, but there's ways to create places where people can get links if you use Facebook and social media, besides just having a website, because a website can be kind of complicated for people
Yeah.
if
It
they don't
can.
know what to do.
What
Yeah.
was that,
And, you know,
Haley?
websites are easier these days because they're all template based. So it's a matter of you really just
Yeah.
plugging in the verbiage you want in
It's-
a picture.
Yeah,
And
you can do a website builders and stuff like that.
yeah, most of them have them now. Vistaprint has easy website builders. You know, GoDaddy has them. Like
Wow.
I said, Square has them now. I mean, I moved my websites from Wix to Square. I have 3 websites. All of them are on
Oh.
Square now.
Okay, so
So
they
and I
have
did them
they
myself.
do your hosting and everything,
Yeah.
Square.
Yeah, I put in, if you go in and look at mine, I did it myself and I update it myself when it needs to be updated, and I
Oh,
take care of it because I've been burned by web builders who want to charge money and hold my website hostage. So I don't do it anymore. I do it myself. If it looks janky, at least it looks janky and I ain't got to
at least it's
pay.
your janky.
It's my janky.
That's
So,
right.
and I'm not paying, hundreds of dollars a month for somebody
You're
to
still
make
getting the
it,
business. You're getting the
whatever.
business with
Yeah.
janky, so it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Yep.
So my clients say they like it. It's easy to maneuver. That's all I care about. That at my age, I just want you to be able to click
Well,
and
if
get where you
anybody
want to
needs
go.
to build a website, let me know. So
Do you do that?
I don't personally, I freelance with a marketer who does, and my website was also built through Square, but she's a Square certified builder, like she's a rep for them.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and she didn't charge very much, but I have both options. So,
Yeah.
because
Square
I did
has-
try the Wix and it was a nightmare with me trying to build it. I know they've come a long way, but back in the beginning it was, and you know what the old saying says, stick with what you know. And I
Mhm.
don't know, but I know
Yeah.
how to freelance and I know how to get people to where you
Yeah.
need to. So,
Yeah.
It was
I really like
complicated.
Square. It's user friendly. It's
Yeah.
easy. And they do have, like Shirley said, they have designers that can help you
yeah.
if you get stuck on a certain thing. But
Yep.
I have found it so easy to maneuver that, like I said, I moved all my websites from Wix and built
Yeah.
them on Square.
That
Which was a
sounds good.
nightmare.
I
I
have
built a
Wix.
WordPress site. What a nightmare that was.
Oh,
Yeah.
WordPress is awful.
Oh, people who
Oh.
love WordPress. I couldn't get it. So
Yeah, but they're
it's
analytical
so much
mathematicians.
work.
I'm not. I'm a visual
Yeah.
artist. So no, it's
Okay.
2 different things.
Does anybody have any other questions? Otherwise, I'm going to stop recording because I forgot we were recording.
Oh, yeah.
I'll stop recording. I don't know how to, okay, where am I? Okay.